Ave Pale Horse, Feral Omen here, and this is a look at my tank. Now there's been a few people who've been asking questions about tanks, gear to run, moves and skills, where their resistances and health and everything should be. In general, first off, a tank's health needs to be at minimum about 35k, anywhere up to 37 or higher. You don't really need, in most instances, more than 40k. If you're doing a hard mode or speed run or running with a certain team or in a certain gear setup, you will end up with higher, but 35 and above is what you're aiming for. Resistances, I haven't cast anything for majors. Let me cast something here. 33 is hard cap on physical and spell. I'm sitting at 31 on spell and 23 on physical. In champion points, there's a lot more that goes into it, but for the most part, this feels pretty fine for me. Mag recovery on my builds are usually pretty high. I do run magic recovery enchantments. I am chasing mag at all times. On my front bar commonly, I'm going to be putting Pierce Armor. This is going to be giving people the major breach and fracture. This is very important for people's DPS. Also, Heroic Slash. This goes on my front bar and my back bar, depending on what I'm running. Not on both at the same time. This is to give Crusher enchantment when I pierce, and on my back bar, when I'm there, I would have the weakening. And so that way, as I'm maiming them, I'm weakening them, and as I'm piercing them, I'm crushing them. And when you're wearing Torugs, that makes them bigger. That's the whole point of wearing Torugs. So, Heroic Slash and Pierce Armor, your Green Dragon's Blood, your Igneous Shield gives you your major mending, makes your Igneous makes your Green Dragon's Blood a lot bigger. Absorb Magic, I put it on because mainly the extra increase of block cost and the amount of damage, given the fact that I am running infused, so it does help bring me closer to where I'm supposed to be, and block cost and all of that got messed with. I put on Barrier in the front, again chasing mag regen. It costs a lot to block. I'm always blocking and casting. I very much use off of the passive for Igneous. It gives you magic back. It's like 930 off of one of your skills. When you cast an Earth and Heart ability, you restore 990 stamina. It costs mag. So with it costing 4,000 mag, my regen's at just under 2k per second. So just about every 2 seconds I can cast another move. On back bar, chains given the situation, inner fire, hardened armor, or equilibrium, or immovability. This one is immune to knockback and disabling. And then I don't have it myself yet. I haven't focused that piece yet. But equilibrium, I just suffer without. Once you turn it the way it's supposed to be, it exchanges health and gives you magic. That and a few passives, being a vampire. Very important. On to gear. Bloodspawn. On main build. Torugs to make my enchantments bigger. All enchantments are Hokaijos, sitting on all. At the moment, I have not trait changed anything over yet. I aim for 2. It'll probably be 2 infused and 1 triune. With that, I'm going to have mag regen on 1. I'm going to try 1 cost block reduction shield play on another infused. Already, that's going to boost the way it feels. And I'm going to keep mag regen on the other one. On weapons, Alkosh, sword and board. It's a medium set, we keep it off the body. I do have 1 piece. I am chasing Undaunted. And so with that, the last time I was on it, I equipped it wrong. I should have my Torugs. There we go. The other sets that we run instead, my favorite is Powerfull Assault. I put on Vigor instead of Green Dragon's Blood. I use it like my own heal. I also proc it once within every 14 seconds. Powerfull Assault, when you cast an assault ability, you increase the weapon and spell damage of up to 4 friendly targets. Ideally, if you can, in Cloud Rest or something like that, put it on 2 tanks. You can put it on possibly, as long as they can wear it well, on a Stam DPS, but that's still on the table. It's not necessarily set in stone yet. Still trying to work where that fits in. For selfish setups, Werewolf Hide or Dragon, Resilient Yokeda gives you damage when you block. It damages things around you, and you heal for 100% of that. A lot of ads, a lot of damage, a lot of heals. Resistances as well. Ultimate regeneration. Basically one ultimate every second, as long as you're taking damage. Ebon for your group with health. Off tank or main. If you're taking Torugs off and keeping Alkosh on, or vice versa, or taking them both off, you're really messing with the amount of penetration that DPS has. They're going to have to wear selfish setups like Twice Fang or Spinners, or a mag selfish setup, or change their Mundus around from the damage to a pen. So you got to be careful and make sure to let people know when you're changing stuff around. We're looking at Galenwe. After successfully blocking, you have a 50% chance to grant Empower to 3 allies within 15 meters, increasing the damage of their next light attack by 40% once every 1 second. On a main tank, take Torugs off, keep Alkosh on, keep Bloodspawn on. Tell everybody about it. Most are probably going to have to change maybe a little CP adjustment for penetration, or they're going to have to put on Lover to make up the difference, because you're taking Torugs off and you're dropping your Crusher enchantment. I believe it's somewhere between 600 to 900 penetration, so they just got to make up for that, and get your tank, look at the exacts on it, and then tell people, and they can reflect off of whatever you've got on your numbers. But you put this on body, it is a heavy, whereas Alkosh is not. And you'll be empowering people, which is pretty nice. Last thing, Earthgore, Lord Wardens, Bloodspawn. There's a few other ones, Thor Vulcan, maybe if you're trying to maim things. Your Talons can do that as well. Champion points. Always, I've never confirmed that it's not fixed. Always assign Hardy and Elemental Defender first. clear all of your points in the red tree, assign Hardy, Elemental Defender, 40, whatever they're supposed to be, but in general it's 49, 49, and fix that in. Then continue on. 48 Thick, 81 Ironclad, 23 Spell Shield, and I'm not running anything in this tree. The idea here is what we're looking at is physical damage, physical poison, disease, that's at 11%. Flame, frost, shock, magic, that's 11%. Thick-skinned, this is at 18%. Ironclad, this is at 24. Spell shield, that's at a number that was left over for me. And the idea through any of these fights, does the boss do one type of damage or not? Address that more. I've got from the last fight a lot of direct damage. Maybe the next boss it doesn't do any direct damage to me. Drop Ironclad, put it more into Thick Skin from damage over time. Sometimes you take out things like this is a mag boss. This is all purely mag. Take out from Hardy. Bump up your spell shield. You know, stuff like that. Never worry about resistant. We don't crit. Bosses in PvE do not crit. It's redundant to where this, although if you're having trouble you can bring it up. You're already addressing physical reductions. Once you have everything properly put in as a tank, you should also see this, reinforced. When you activate block, you gain a damage shield that absorbs 1,254 damage for 3 seconds. This can occur once every 10 seconds. So, I myself right now don't have this, but this is something that in your passives you will want to look for. Well, there goes the bell. Thanks for watching, and any questions, any suggestions, feel free to pop in. Until the next time.